live is going. So now I can see, oh goodness, hopefully we'll get everybody back in and that'll fix the chat situation. Goodness. Technology these days, good and bad. All right. Is that good, girl? You got food all over your beak. Oh, yay! Okay, now I can see the chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you for coming in. I'm so sorry about that. I can see the chat now. Yay! I couldn't see it and I don't know what happened. So thank you for coming back, and I can see the reactions now. Oh my gosh, you all are the best. Thank you so much, and thank you for being patient with me. We are outside and in the hot weather, and I just brought the girls some ice water, and the ice you can kind of see is starting to melt because it's only a gazillion degrees outside. And I filled up a pan and put some bricks in there, hopefully thinking maybe they'll get into it, walk into it. But do they do it? Nope. Yeah, glitch in the matrix. Exactly. Too bad the sound wasn't off. Oh, you goober. You goober. Randy, you cracked me up. My goodness. So tell me, is it a gazillion degrees where you live at? Because I'm telling you, we are burning up. It's funny because they're bobbing for ice. That's like a treat in itself, bobbing for ice. It's not Tuesday. I know. It's not Talk About It Tuesday. Oh, sugar. You know who's live right now, and I'm stepping over her, and I don't mean to. Please go over to Karma Lewis Acre Farm. I forgot she's live, or maybe she's off now. I forgot to check. I literally just got home, and I was thinking, gosh, this would be a good time to share what I do with the hens on these hot days. So if Karma is live, please go over and show her love. I do not want to take away from her. Thank you, Aunt Lynn. You think she's off now? Okay, good, because I literally just got here and I forgot to check to see if she was live, and I certainly don't want to overstep with Karma. I promise it's not on purpose. Hello, Secret Hacker. It's good to see you. We are outside and it is super hot. And what I was saying in the live before this, you don't have to worry about your chickens in the winter time. They need a dry, draft-free coop. About how many degrees? It is, oh gosh, it's probably like 105 feels like temperature, and I'm just guessing maybe 95 real degrees. I don't know. And that's all in Fahrenheit. Hello, Foster Ford. Your aunt was talking about your big head on the last stream. Oh, thanks a lot, Randy. Thanks a lot. Anyhow, so when it's really hot outside, you have to worry about your chickens. Oh, is live with Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Okay, everybody make sure you go over and put some love over there. I won't stay live too long because I don't ever want to overstep her in any way, shape, or form. But you can call me Grace or Glenda, or just don't call me late for dinner. That's how I say it. But anyhow, show her some love. But anyhow, so we're out here. It's a gazillion degrees. I wanted to share this live with some of the things that I do. If you own chickens, you really don't have to worry about them in the wintertime. You want to worry about them, like the only thing to be concerned about in the winter is that they have a dry, draft-free coop, but with ventilation. I know that sounds confusing, but the ventilation is always high. You just don't want them feeling the draft. It's the summertime that you have to worry about your chickens, and I really don't care what breed you're talking about. The reason is that they are 104 degrees Fahrenheit-ish, 105 maybe. Thank you, Aunt Lynn. And they are wearing their down coats, And so you have to offer them options to stay cool. So one of the things I do is I come out here with the garden hose and I spray this down. I also give them fermented feed because it has water in it. And so they're getting hydrated that way. And then they have a pan. Okay, we get up to minus 30 in the winter Celsius. Wow. Now that's cold. I will say that. But we give the girls a pan with some bricks in it in hopes that they'll just stand in it, just to cool down. But as you can see, do they stand in it? Nope. They just drink from the dirty water. And then we also offer ice water. We have places to dust bathe. We have fresh air going everywhere. And we have a fan to help keep things cool. Let's see here. So on this side of the coop, excuse me, sweet pea, we have, you can't see it, but we have a solar panel exhaust fan pulling the heat out. It's in the grates area. You can't see it, but that's what this cord goes to. It's powering it. So that way it sucks out the heat. And then right here we have a fan. The battery's dead, but we have a fan that goes. So after the live, I'm going to run out and I'll change that battery. We do not have electricity in the coop or the run area. So what electricity we do have, we have to run an extension cord, and it does power this fan. So that way, at least it helps. Okay, so let me see what else you said. I'm learning. We'll have chickens in a year or two. Oh, wow. Awesome. Well, ask your chicken questions. I am not an expert in all things poultry, but I am an expert with what I've learned with my girls, and we've made a lot of mistakes, and I don't mind sharing those mistakes, but I hope to help others. See here, we're 100% solar, so a fan will be easy. Yeah, it definitely will. There are a lot of really good solar fans out on the market, and I highly recommend it. I also have an automated chicken coop door. Hang on, I'll show you. And it's right here. It's Chicken Guard, and it is hooked to solar. So it opens and shuts based on the solar, and it has the batteries that keep it charged. So yeah, so we have that. And let me think. In the winter time, we do run electricity out. These are heated waterers. They're from Premier One Poultry. I'm not sponsored by any of these places. These are what I actually paid for. In the wintertime, these waterers they keep it warm enough, just warm enough to where it just keeps it from icing over. So that might be something you might want to think about. In the summertime, we can put ice in it and it acts as a cooler and it keeps the water cold. So recommend that. I do have a pan here with ice water. I have a hen that just broke her beak, so she can't tap on that, so we have to offer her water this way, which I don't mind. The other girls love it. When chickens are burning up, you can see that they open their mouths, as little Miss Chicken Tender is demonstrating, and their wings are out, and that's how they're trying to stay cool. I definitely think we'll need some sort of heat, even a couple of light bulbs. Yeah, light bulbs. Another thing people do is they string light bulbs just in general, or like on a kind of like Christmas tree lights. They'll use those too, and that helps. Will the beak grow back? Absolutely it will. I'm going to show it to you. The tip of it, it's going to be really hard to see because she got it dirty, but she broke the top part of it off. I don't know, Minnie. Oh, maybe she's not gonna. This is my husband's favorite bird, and she chose my husband. I don't know how well it's showing. She got it dirty, but underneath that dirt, actually she broke it, and it's just like a fingernail. So it will grow back. But unfortunately for right now, she cannot peck at I'll tell you about that little move right there in just a second, but she can't peck at the waterer because it's too sore for her. So if your beaks ever break on your chickens, go to a wet food Make it as mushy as possible. You may have to isolate the bird for a day or two, just to make sure that they eat. We didn't have to isolate her because she was eating the wet mash. It's just their food and added water. And then offer, if you do a poultry nipple waterer, offer water in a pan so that way they can easily get water, because otherwise they will starve themselves and they'll also dehydrate. This isn't my first rodeo with a broken beak. If it's bleeding, you can use like a septic powder or flour to pack the beak. But yeah, she'll grow it back. As bad as she broke it, it's probably going to take her about a month or so before her beak comes back in, because she broke it kind of high up. So for about a month, we'll be doing this, but we're in the midst of heat and trying to keep things as cool as possible. I'm going to move this underneath this fan to keep flies off of it, because I don't want flies in there. So I guess the timing is good for Minnie. So yeah, she will do it, but if most of my birds, when they've broken their beaks, it's just at the tip, and it takes a week or two and they're back to normal. But as bad as hers is, I'm going to give it maybe a month with her. She looks fine otherwise. Her comb, which is what's on top of her head, and her wattles are still red. So she's still eating and drinking, and she's still going to the bathroom. I'm making sure of that. So she's still getting her nutrients. And primarily because we went to this immediately. She just can't eat out of the feeder. This is a Premier One poultry feeder, which, hang on a second, I need to do that because they've kicked. There we go. So that is their feeder. So she can't eat out of that right now. But yeah, so let's see, I was definitely going to find out what breeds of locals are raising tons of chickens in our rural town. So with a cold breed, you might want to steer away from breeds that have really large combs and wattles. Maybe because of frostbite. That would be something I would ask in your local area. Do their chickens deal with frostbite? Because chickens do get out. It's really gets cold. It's kind of life. The other thing that you can also do is you can put a salve on their comb and wattles in the winter time to help protect them so they don't get frostbite. It's not a guarantee, but you'll limit how much frostbite you'll get. So definitely ask your locals in your area what they recommend. But yeah, I think the heat is really if you were in a really hot place, that would be something that would be more of concern, like say down, I don't know, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Southern California, that kind of heat, Florida. I would be concerned about the heat in those areas more than I would be than the cold. I've seen some with frostbite, but the guy who had them was a goof. Oh, yeah, and they get frostbite. I can't say that I haven't experienced that. As a new chicken keeper, I didn't know about it when I first got my chickens. And the first year, I had a couple of the hens that got frostbite. Coco being one. I have all my girls named. This is Coco, but her comb is really big. And then same with Raven and Faith. They are black astrolorps. And then after that, I just put a little salve on them if it gets really cold. And that seems to help out with the chickens. So, yeah. That's kind of like your big concerns. But in the summertime, it's definitely the summer heat that you have to be more concerned about. And again, this is it's kind of hard to see from above, but I'll just kind of mold it. You can see that that's wet feed. So they like when I do that. When I make little mounds, they'll come over there and they'll just eat them. It's funny to watch. It's like something new. Would you use comfrey cream on them? Yes, I absolutely would. You could also use, there's a poultry first. Wait a minute. No. I gotta think of the name of that salve. There's a salve that I get on Amazon, but you could make your own salves. You don't necessarily need to buy it, but comfrey is a good one in the salve. Um, Beeswax, avocado oil, you can make it up. Calendula, chamomile, things that are soothing definitely help out. So yeah, you could do comfrey on it. Now, I have not tried it, but I know others who have and have had great success with it. I don't grow comfrey, so just kind of like buyer beware with what I'm saying, But yeah, I would give it a shot. You definitely, if you're going to think about getting chickens, you want to have a first aid kit for them. So that way you're ready to go if anything happens. I want to show what Coco's doing. Coco's this girl. She is going to be dust bathing. And it looks like, well, now she's making me a liar because she got back up. It looks like a dead bird. It's funny when they do it, but actually that's how that they bathe. Oh wait, there she goes. She's going to lay back down. Let's see here. We have an abundance of comfrey. I was told chickens can eat comfrey. Can you confirm that? I can't confirm it. I cannot. I don't know because I don't grow it. I've heard other chicken keepers say yes to that. But I also don't stress over what my girls eat, to be honest with you. I know that my girls specifically love to eat catnip. And they like to eat thyme. Thyme is a really good natural antibiotic. A lot of the commercial poultry people use it in their feed instead of using antibiotics. So herbs are good. Lavender is very calming and soothing. Chamomile's calming and soothing. But I can't speak to comfrey. I wish I could. I just don't grow it. I got some seeds this year and I forgot to put them in the ground. I need to get them out there because I'd like to try it out and see how that they do. I'm open to it. I certainly don't want to knock it. But yeah, I would ask somebody who, if you know another poultry keeper that has comfrey, and see how that their chickens do to it. But honestly, the chickens are going to eat what they want and what they need, and I just don't worry about it. I mean, the girls are going to eat anything. Goodness, these chickens, they eat mice and voles, and I don't panic about it. It's the things that these girls eat. And the majority of my girls are 5 years old, except for this one right here and the gray one that's further back. Those are 2 years old. So they've eaten all kinds of crazy things. I just wouldn't offer things like onions to them because, well, one, they may not eat it, and two, it'll get into the flavor of the eggs. And I also don't offer raw potatoes either because they won't eat it. They'll just rot. I know somebody who just offered beets and their chickens didn't like the beets, but my chickens will eat beets. So every flock is different with what they eat. Oh gosh, let me think. So one of the weird things that my girls would not eat until just recently, like within the last 2 years now, they would not eat red or yellow tomatoes. And I figured they wouldn't eat green. They still don't eat green. But I know a lot of chicken keepers that offer their chickens tomatoes and they would eat them, and my weirdos did not want to eat them until about 2 years ago. Maybe when the new flock came in is when they started. So kind of a weird thing for it. But yeah. Any other questions? Ask away. I mean, we're just dealing with the summer heat. And again, I don't mean to overstep on Karma. She is my co-host on Tuesday nights for Talk About It Tuesday. An amazing YouTuber, very inspirational, does her Thursday, Thoughts for Thursday. I love to watch it. She's been working through the names of God. I just forgot to check to make sure she wasn't live, and I hate that I've done that. So if you could go over to Karma Lewis Acre Farm and put some love on her page for me and hit that like button with her live. If she's still live, I'd appreciate it. I just didn't want to. Right now, it's a gazillion degrees outside, and I'm out here taking care of the girls because we just got home. And I thought maybe this would be an opportunity to answer any questions people might have due to the heat with their flock of hens. So anyhow, I just wanted to catch that live. Today I went, we're dealing with bumblefoot with Coco, and I had a conversation with another chicken keeper. She is a chronic bumblefoot girl. You will see that her foot is bandaged. Tonight we are going to be changing the bandage and putting colloidal silver ointment on her. What is bumblefoot? It is a staph infection from a nick in the foot. So you want to make sure you glove up. It's a staph infection, very painful. If not taken care of, it can get up into their bloodstream and it can kill them. So make sure when you take care of bumblefoot that you glove up. There's a lot of different ways to deal with it. We were able to get it's like a hard seed whenever it's formed, bumblefoot. A lot of other animals get them, like bunnies and hamsters. It's just a nick in the foot and it's an infection. I recommend, if it's bad enough, to find a poultry veterinarian to help get it out. I'm always going to refer back to the poultry veterinarian, which I have my own for my girls. But I was able to get the bumblefoot out. It just kind of squeezed it out. Unfortunately, with Coco, she's oozing some yucky stuff out of her foot. And a guy that I go to the gym with, we both use the same poultry veterinarian, which is not in our state. We have to go out of state for a poultry veterinarian. Imagine that. And our vet gave him colloidal silver for bumblefoot, silver cream, I should say, for bumblefoot. So I ran to the health food store today to get some, and we're about to start that as a process to see if we can get it to heal up, because this is just going on too long. And I'm only going to give it a couple of weeks, and if it doesn't go away, then I'm going to have to make an appointment with the vet, because we've now gone on for about a month and a half with this, and it's just not healing up. So I may need to get the vet to help me out. I think if you can try it at home and try natural first, you should. So anyhow, let's see if they'll come over and eat in a second. But unfortunately, she's a frequent flyer with it, and I can't seem to get it to heal. So we're going to take care of Coco, and yeah, the chicken's health comes first. So probably a couple more weeks, and if it's not done in this one foot, then off to the vet to get some help with her and get their opinion on it, and maybe services to help clear it up. I have a really good poultry veterinarian. He sees all kinds of poultry, sees chickens and turkeys and emus and all the things. So, yeah, so he's, yeah, I'm hoping so too, because that actually is my favorite bird. You know, you do end up liking certain birds a little bit more than others. And Coco is kind of like a dog. This is Coco right there. She's kind of like a dog. If I let her out, she'll follow me around. And yeah, so far she's not sick, so it's not up in her bloodstream, I don't think. She's got a bandage on it. We're keeping it clean. It's just not wanting to heal. So we're going to do everything we can do to take care of her, you know? That's how it goes. So anyhow, but any other questions? I'd love to answer them. Let's see. I got a text message from someone, but I'll deal with that in a minute. But no, these girls are doing the best they can to stay as cool as possible. I mean, they've got options. They can dust bathe, get in the water. They've got their food. Lots of circulation. It's open circulation all the way around. Fan is going, except for that one. So I'm gonna have to change that battery out before they go to bed. And that way they've got circulation in the coop. I mean, they have an exhaust fan that's running right now. It's pulling the heat out, but I like to make sure that there's more. But I'm not too stressed right now because they're all just sitting out here staying as cool as they can. Poor things. Yarrow is a great internal healer. I wonder if it would help her. You know, I've heard about that and I've thought about it myself. I have some yarrow, so maybe I might give it a try. But we will try the colloidal silver first, since that's what the poultry veterinarian recommended. The same one I trust. Let me tell you, I've had another poultry veterinarian, and I think he killed one of my girls, to be honest with you. She had sour crop. It's a long story. And I should have taken her to the other one. And she died within a few days of seeing that vet. I'll just put it that way. I don't think she was actually on her deathbed when I took her. I think he did something to kill her, and I'm not going to go into details on what that was, but when you have a good poultry veterinarian, which I do now, you don't go to anybody else. So if he's recommending colloidal silver for another chicken keeper, I'm going to give it a try and see what happens with that. Now, I will also say I don't run my chickens to the vet first thing either. I try everything at home. This is kind of a last minute, like, I've exhausted everything. What am I missing? And I do talk to other poultry keepers that are local, or, you know, even on YouTube, I'll talk to others, get their input too, see what people have tried and stuff. So I don't just run to a vet, but it's good to have one in your area. You know, a farm vet, a poultry vet, somebody who has gone to school to learn about these chickens. But unfortunately, we don't have a lot of them because there's not a lot of money to be made with it. But it's a good idea to have one just in case you need to figure out something. We learned it with Minnie, who's back over there, the one with the broken beak. I was saying just a minute ago, if you kind of caught her, she was walking backwards methodically. She had a brain injury. I reached out to the YouTube community when that all had happened, and I was attacked, and I was told, put her down. She should be in freezer camp. Don't keep her alive. I tried everything, couldn't figure out what was wrong with her, and she was not about to go to freezer camp. So I took her to the poultry veterinarian and had her examined, just a basic examination. And he felt her claws and the grip she had, and then he looked her in the eyes, and just basic. I mean, I didn't run blood work or any of that, you know, and I didn't do any like x-rays or anything. It was just a basic one, very cheap appointment. And he was able to diagnose her with a brain injury, and he gave me his recommendation, and one of them was a little anti-inflammatory, withholding her egg for a month. Her eggs for a month, and I can identify which one's her egg, so that made that easy. And then just rest, and she made a full recovery. This was 3 years ago. This girl is 5, so this was 3 years ago. And every now and then she does methodical walking and walks backwards, but other than she broke her beak now, which she will heal from completely. I don't worry about it. Minnie has made a full recovery, and she actually helped my husband get into chicken keeping. So there's value in chickens, just maybe not in the way that everybody sees it. And yeah, you're right, animals are a huge responsibility, and that's why we're waiting until your property is more developed. I don't blame you. Another tip, make your chicken run as tall as possible. We are now in a new one. I suffered 2 concussions because our other one, new chicken keeper mistake, we didn't make it tall enough. So my migraine specialist, because I am a migraine sufferer, she said, when are you going to build that run up higher? And so it's been done. I can walk safely underneath of this and not hit my head, not even in one spot. So keep that in mind. And then also, if you're going to build your coop, which is what we did, build it bigger than what you think. So that way you can grow your flock. Definitely. We have a lot of wildlife to contend with too. Yeah. Use hardware cloth and take it out. Either go down 2 to 3 feet down in the ground, straight down, or take it out and lay it along the grass line. Like cut your grass as low as possible and take it out 3 to 4 feet out. Minimum, because you know your predators. I promise you, predators will dig underneath. And a predator could be as simple as the household dog. We had a German Shepherd about a month and a half ago try to break into the chickens. So definitely think about that. I think it was your video I watched on that. Okay, cool. Yeah, you definitely want to think about these things. And I just want to share like what was my new chicken keeper mistakes. Again, I'm not an expert in all things chickens, but I'm an expert with my flock, and I've made a lot of mistakes. But anyhow, oh, thank you, Aunt Lynn. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. This girl's getting a little bit too hot for my liking. I'm gonna see if I can scooch that a little closer and see if maybe we can get her to get a drink. I'm not gonna force her. I'm just gonna offer it. Let's see if she gets it. I don't like how hot she's looking. We'll see if she gets anything. But anyhow, well, I don't want to be on too long. I feel bad I didn't check on Karma. I should have. I know what night it is. So I'm going to pop over and say hi to her. If you guys could, if she's still alive, come on over. It's Lewis Acre Farm Karma, and let's go love rate her and show her some support. I know she's talking with Rebecca, Touched by Yarn, and so yeah, let's go all over there, okay, you guys? Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow night for Talk About It Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 3 p.m. Mountain Time. See you then. Bye.